I'm CT. When I'm not busy being Arroe the podcaster, I live in the real world. I mean, everybody has to have a job, right? Mine is C.S. Customer Service. Solutions, relationships, while keeping my team motivated to keep a constant connection with each and every person who has chosen to stop into our location. Episode number 130. Plant crimes, shopping cart rescue, and burger-flavored Doritos. This is C.T.C.S.
Transition walk, day number 1 out of 4. Yeah, here we go. Man, it's been a busy day in the podcast studio today. I think one of the most meaningful conversations I had today was with a former nun. Her name is Catherine Coldstream. And we talked about, life at the grocery store and how people don't know how to treat nuns when they visit the grocery store. And she totally got into that thought because she realized that when she went back into the real world wearing a pair of jeans, how people treated her much differently than when she was wearing that habit. You learn a lot just by observing life. And that's why I'm on this transition walk. I'm in the forest. It's time to, kind of study the mindsets. Where are you? Where are you?
New guy Bill here. Had a pretty crazy, scary experience today. I understand that at 6 a.m. this morning they had to keep the store locked, which is our normal opening times, because a young lady was standing in front of the store with a pocket knife, digging through the plants. Eventually she went on, they opened the store, and then a few minutes ago, the young lady walked in, stole probably a 5-foot, 6-foot palm plant, walked out. It was brought to my attention at that point. There's really nothing we can do. So we let her go on up to the bus stop, which is a hop void from the store. The young lady just returned outside, stood next to our florist, set the plant down, picked up a potted plant that was beside of it, said that I am now taking this plant. The other one is dry. I have my receipt, and proceeded to stab the dirt. Our store manager went out there and managed to get her to leave the scene, where she proceeded to whistle as she walked up to the bus stop and then ran down the middle of the street away. So hopefully she won't come back. You never know what you're going to see here. What happened? She had a pocket knife?
She was just like that talking. That had to be the same lady from this morning. They said she had a pocket knife. It had to be, because just now when I was sitting out there smoking, she sat down beside me with the plant. She came from the bus stop. And she was talking about, child, I'm going to sleep it undercover. I got razors in my toes and razors under my wig.
Whoa.
So, yes, that got to be the lady from this
Whoa, they said
she came and set the plant down beside the little lady work over there in the flower shop. She came right there just now, set the plant down, picked up another one, walked right off. Just came out there.
Yeah, I called him, and Joe, he was like, she was standing out, they had the doors locked this morning at 6 a.m. because she was standing out there with a pocket knife in front of the store.
That's the what?
Yeah, she's gone cuckoo.
Down there talking to me.
Wow.
Man, I ain't had no idea.
Was she talking normal?
No, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm telling you the truth. I knew something was up.
Yeah.
But I looked at that plant, and she got a big bag of debris or something.
Ain't no telling.
Let me get back here, Sarah.
It's pretty much a sign of the times. An older woman comes up and wants to be shown where the pencil sharpeners are. And I'm thinking, I know exactly where they are. I'm going back to the school supplies. We're going back there. You know what? A sign of the times. There's not even a slot for a pencil sharpener. And she, a woman, like I said, a woman of age, and she looks at me and says, I still use my pencils every day. And then I began to think, I don't even see kids use pencils. All right, it's time to do our first official taste test for the day. Gatorade water, unflavored, alkaline, electrolyte infused, bright orange. So what can it really taste like? Is it going to be something that's going to have a little bit of flavor to it, even though it does say unflavored? Let's try it out. Nope, that's 100% water. Boy, that's going to be some expensive water too. Just got back from an hour-long field trip. We found 38 carts at an apartment complex, and they weren't going to bring them back. So Alan and I got in the Ford F-150, made 7 or 8 trips, but we got 38 carts back to the store. So it took us about an hour. And you know what's so funny, and kind of a pet peeve thing here now, is that the residents of this apartment complex actually came out and they were talking with us. Yeah, man, thank you so much for picking them up and taking them back. Thank you so much. Really? Really? When you've got to bite your tongue and not say one word and show absolutely no reaction. We caught 3 people stealing about $375 worth of food. A lot of it was meat. And in front of me, one of the thieves wearing a church shirt. The church shirt was my church, is my church. And I didn't have the heart to say, hey, look, do you go to this church? Because they don't teach you to do this in the church, but I want to forgive you, but I didn't do that because I didn't want to show any type of judgment because they go, what do you think I am, a Jesus freak or something? I didn't want to do that. All I know is that while this theft was broken up, there was my church on that shirt that she was wearing. Whew, man, that one hurts. Because if she is a member, forgiveness. Transition walk, day number 2 out of 4. I must have been in a cranky ass mood or something yesterday. I mean, yesterday was a beautiful day on being a part of this team because yesterday was profit sharing day. And I didn't even bring it up. And then tomorrow what's going to happen is, for the employees of the grocery store, they've invited someone from a food truck to come in and cook us all a great lunch. Man, I need to find the positive and to look at things that are not always so negative. But, wow, good company. Good company, because many times in my years of radio, no, don't go there. I thought we were going to hit a positive here, right? Come on, CS. CS stands for one thing, solutions. A frantic caller on the phone saying, your bottle broke. The bottle of barbecue broke in my hand. I'm bleeding. I'm really sore here. What are we going to do about this? How can we settle this? And not even 10 minutes later, she walks into the store and she's got the bottle with her and no cut. Absolutely no cut. So for 10 minutes, we're sitting here completely worried about, first of all, how did the bottle break? Because it's a big, thick bottle. And then when she comes in, there's no cut. You want to bring it up. So I guess that would be one of these editions of what would you do? How would you keep your calm after you've been basically freaked out, worried that you injured somebody? A dead giveaway that a theft is going down. 4 huge boxes of baby diapers. Okay, and I know I've only been in the grocery store business for 4 years, but rarely do you ever see one family have 4 huge boxes of baby diaper. And baby formula, at least 8 little cans of the baby formula. The theft is going down. Now you've got to start engaging in a conversation. Hey, how you doing today? Is there anything I can do to help you? And then get them over to self-checkout where they usually walk out without the merchandise. One of those moments where you tell yourself, this is not going to happen to me. There's just no way. A really nice lady comes up to the CS desk and is going to buy some Zen. And we don't have the 6, but she'll take the 3. And I go, I need to see your ID. And she says, I've got my husband's ID. And she opens up his wallet. And I go, strangest thing. You aren't your husband. I need your ID. And she got really loud, started cussing me out because she felt like, look, my husband's ID is just as good as my ID. I said, well, yeah, if your husband is standing here with me. No, I want to talk to a manager right now. Because I'm at the store 4 days out of the 7 days of the week, I get to see everything that is brand new and all the different types of marketing and what they're doing to capture the attention of a consumer whose mind is already filled with too much to do. But I came across tonight Doritos late night, and what it is the sizzling cheese burger chip. Interesting. The way that they are creating all of these different flavors, and I can't help but wonder, is the consumer even taking note of these different changes? And how much money is being spent to get someone to say, oh, really? Well, maybe next time. But we're going to try this late night Doritos sizzling cheese burger kind of a flavor chip. Oh, man. That's interesting. I can taste it, man. It's got that burger kind of a flavor to it. It starts off really cheesy, and all of a sudden, then that the next flavor is it's got kind of that beef kind of a touch to it. So, okay, they win. Doritos did very well with late night. Now, what's going to be their next big unveiling? Transition walk, day number 3 out of 4. Just got out of an interview on a Saturday. Yeah, podcasting's every day, man. I take that crap seriously. The interview was with Ben Dusin, who's in Ukraine, right there on the border with Russia. And he's created a store where he's feeding the people. We talked about the starvation that's going on that newspapers here won't talk about. We talked about Putin's nuclear threat. And we really got into a real deep conversation with the most recent attack, ISIS, on Moscow, and how is that going to affect their lives right there on the border. And then you go to C.S. These conversations with people, it shows us what the real world is really like. And then you go into a grocery store, and you're just so goddamn grateful that it's not happening here. Employee Appreciation Day continues. This is the second day. First, we got the profit-sharing checks, and then today they've got a gigantic food truck for all the employees. And so you place your order, they call you out, you get your order, and you have a big feast. That's what I love about being with this company. I mean, since this new general manager, we've had Thanksgiving together. We've celebrated so many major events with food and music. You wonder why I do a transition walk? 3 hours at self-checkout on a day when the March Madness is taking place. This place has been hit so freaking hard. We have 4 no calls today. They're not coming in. They just don't come in. So, but yeah, that transition walk warms up the leg. It warms up the body, because if I'm going to do 3 hours in self-checkout, the body has got to be ready. And I'll pay for it. Trust me.
All right, so it's my turn to interview you. So you've been stuck over at self-checkout going on 3.5 hours almost. So how you feeling?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
especially on a March Madness weekend.
It's fucking insane in here today. I look over there, you're running left and right, people are waving, you got lights going off.
And then, sorry, sir, sorry. The price isn't right on this. And I'm going, how am I supposed to get the
I know. And you look at me and you're like, hey, can you fix this? And I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. I'm stuck on the register. I got 2 drawers. It was insane. But so I know that you were waiting on the relief, and the relief was consistently tardy. And always 15 minutes late, and you're looking at me like you're making the phone motion with your hand. And I came over here, and I swear, I shit you not, I called him 6 times in a row, back to back, and the fucker doesn't answer. And he walks in and comes out here, and I go, hey, man, nice of you to show up. And he goes, and I was like, yeah, like, you're consistently fucking late all the time. You see how many people we have? Oh, I got stuck in traffic. Every fucking day they come here.
Yesterday he ran out of gas.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's a new one.
That was, he was going up the hill, and he ran out of gas, and he was 2.5 hours late.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, I wish I'd have known that.
Yeah.
All right, well...
Yeah, it's like, and so I kept telling him every time he comes in late, I say, you're not getting your 15-minute break. This was your 15-minute break.
Yeah. It's a domino, right?
Mm-hmm.
It fucks us up front. You start getting behind, and he thinks it's okay. So I don't.
Maybe I'm the weird one here. If I see a dented can of, let's say, peas, beans, soup, I still buy it. I don't complain about it. I don't ask to replace it. How about a bag that has a little bit of a crinkle in it that looks like that, that means everything inside is going to be broken. I would still buy it. So what would you do? Transition walk, day number 4 out of 4. I don't know how people in retail can go longer than 4 days. I really don't. Mentally and physically, your mind, body, and soul feel like they've been trapped in nothing but a vat full of lies. Stealers. People that don't care about you. They'll pretend the plastic candy-coated bathroom mirror smile, But I had to get my God on today, recharge the batteries, clear out the heart, and move forward. Because that's what it's all about, serving the people. I asked God, I said, please, God, where is the church you want me to be in? God put me in a grocery store. It's one of those Sundays where you get in the store and you better be going at 175 miles per hour. Hell no. I have to gradually get up to it. But the problem is that there's no putbacks right now. So then at that point in time, then you get on to the bagging and load as fast as you can so you can get that energy going, trying to get people moving. Every week we got to do it. We have to re-educate the consumer. When we used to have, buy two for $10, they would only buy one and get $5 off. It doesn't work that way anymore. It's like when you buy a Coke product, it says buy two, get three free. You've got to get all five. Same thing with the pizza. It's moving merchandise, and it's a creative way to do it. But these consumers have got to be re-educated, and they're not liking the rules. Many of our guests are pretty upset today because the store is so crowded. And what's getting them upset is that we are a community store. That means the community comes here. This is probably the first time in a couple of days or a week that they have seen each other. And they like to get together in the middle of aisle number 9, maybe the meat section, and have a conversation with their big old baskets full of food. And that upsets people because it stalls the traffic. And we don't have any police guards or anything like that saying, move it on, keep going. Nothing really to guide traffic along, but they're upset. Had to hurry up and get back here to the bathroom. My nose, this is allergy season. I felt like that I had this huge booger in my nose and was smiling at every guest that came up to the CS desk. I was like, guys, you got to give me a break here. I got to see I got junk in my nose. Because the reality of it is that we don't really have any booger buddies anymore in this world. They won't sit there and say, hey, man, you got a Johnson stuck up in your nose. No, they'll just sit there. They won't say anything. But I felt like it. You could just feel the size of that booger. Get back to the bathroom. I didn't see anything.
Well, there you have it. Another exciting edition of C.T.C.S. Hey, do me a favor. Create your own podcast. Let us inside your world of business. Let us see the wizards of your company. It creates a conversation. Plus, we learn to respect each other for what's really going on behind the scenes. I'll see you next week.